everyone, and welcome to another Into the Void Real Review. This time we're reviewing Hurry Up Tomorrow, starring The Weeknd, now referred to as Abel Tesfaye, and Jenna Ortega. This is like a companion piece to the album of the same name. An interesting experiment that both are out and are two pieces of a puzzle that try to connect to give us an overall impression of the wounded psyche of The Weeknd. Your mileage may vary with this movie depending on if you're a Weeknd fan or not. I find that I'm more of a Jenna Ortega fan and that this is one of her strongest roles to date and is a shining light amidst all the blinding lights that can obscure the central message this movie is trying to convey. See what I did there? The setup is The Weeknd playing himself essentially, and he's trying to get over the one girl in a sea of women that he has been with, and that mystery woman who got away has broken his heart, and we only get a glimpse of her through a voicemail that is left on his phone. She's essentially the one that got away. Along with all that, his voice is at stake because the stress is eating away his vocal cords. So a break is needed to mend the good old pipes and the soul as well. And this is where Jenna Ortega enters as the obtuse Anima to help with that, as she is just as screwed up as him, if not more.
I'm really sorry about this. I really am.
To get into more would be spoiling the main premise this whole movie is striving for. There's a lot of The Weeknd doing drugs, drinking alcohol, and pumping iron before shows to help dispel the sadness inherent within him. His manager pepping him up before like he's some prize fighter going out to the ring to expunge his demons with his angelic voice. They're here for you, bro. You're not a real human. You're a supernatural being. Go give them what they want, says his manager Lee, played by Barry Keoghan.
Self-down, you're fucking invincible.
Who treats every gig like they are going to war. The Weeknd does an admirable job displaying the emotion of that war, albeit he fights a different war than the war his manager envisions that is making it harder for him to continue the reckless lifestyle he's embedded himself in. There will be tears shed. In fact, this is the teariest movie you will watch this year, yet the weight and emotion behind those tears is hollow. And there lies the crux of the movie, in that there's an emotional weight that is lacking, because honestly, you don't feel bad for these people and their demons because these demons have been self-inflicted. A lot of empty tears are shed for sure. And it's funny because a lot of the emotion feels unearned because we know nothing of the woman that has broken The Weeknd's heart. Now, you may say I'm being unfair in my analysis, but honestly, I'm playing a video game right now that gets us to care more for its characters than the ones that are here in this movie. You may have or have not heard of it, but it goes by the name Clair Obscur Expedition 33. The emotion there is earned through characters we care about because we go on a journey with them, while here we are supposed to care what is happening because it's The Weeknd, the pop star extraordinaire. We don't go on a journey with him. Sorry, it's a shameless plug for Clair Obscur Expedition 33, but what a game.
Soon she'll wake and paint again.
Go play that instead of watching this movie. But let us talk cinematography. One word I would describe it as is disorientating. Maybe it's on purpose. There are scenes where the camera spins in a nauseating fashion, like when a camera pans in a circle faster and faster inside a moving car. The movie is stronger in the second half, and that's because there's more interaction between the main characters, The Weeknd and Anima, Jenna Ortega's wounded soul character. They go on a date, sparks fly, or do they? Craziness ensues, and there are some delightful scenes in which Anima dances to blinding lights while The Weeknd is predisposed, but like I said, I don't want to go too deep for fear of spoilers. The ending itself is disappointing in that there's no clear distinction if demons are exorcised or if anything comes of what happens in those last moments of the film. Is The Weeknd on the road to redemption, or is this just a vehicle for him to cast off the shackles of his old moniker and become Abel Tesfaye? Are we seeing The Weeknd's final form like some fully evolved Pokemon? I still enjoyed some parts of Hurry Up Tomorrow. If you're a Weeknd fan, you may enjoy the film more than just a casual fan. Jenna Ortega puts in a great performance, and that is, in my opinion, the best selling point of this movie. But it really is a little aimless and self-serving in a way. I'm giving Hurry Up Tomorrow a 6 out of 10. What were your thoughts on the movie? What about the album? Have you listened to it? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you want more off-the-cuff reviews, and I will see you the next time when we venture into the void.